Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and as you can see in the title of today's video, it is going to be my fake tan routine video. So I thought I would do this video as it has been requested quite a few times, and yeah, I just kind of wanted to show you guys the products which I'm liking, maybe give you an idea of some other products for you guys to try, and that'd be quite fun to do because I am an absolute lover of fake tan. So I'm going to show you guys how I prep my skin first. So first of all, we are going to start off with an exfoliator. I find that when it comes to anything from prepping the skin to actually fake tanning, you do have to be cautious on what you use on your own skin. So many different skin types or skin like irritations can flare up depending on the products that you use. So this is just what so happens to suit my skin. I'm very lucky, touch wood, that I don't have kind of any kind of skin problems. I'm not sensitive, I don't have any eczema or anything like that. If anything, it's mainly when I go on holiday my skin becomes a little bit dry. That is kind of it for me. So do remember to always go with things that suit your skin, because what suits mine might not necessarily suit yours, but it's just an idea for if you maybe haven't tried any of these products. So for prepping the skin, exfoliation, I use the Primark Pre-Tan Exfoliator, which looks like this. This was £3, so it comes in quite a nice size bottle. I do actually really like this. It comes out a bit like a gel almost, that's almost like a bit liquidy. As you can see, it does have all like the little exfoliator bits. It's got a really nice grit to it as well. So you definitely feel like your skin's had, you know, a really good exfoliation once you've used it. So I will use this on my legs, I will use this kind of on the insides of my arms going down, as sometimes, as you know, when fake tan comes off it can get a little bit scaly. I just make sure I go around all of my elbows, and then I sometimes do a little bit on my chest. For some reason my chest is another area that kind of just becomes a little bit scaly. I don't know why, but yeah, so I just do that just to make sure that it's going to be like an even application. So I exfoliate, then I go in with shaving. Shaving, again, touch wood, because my skin isn't sensitive, I can use any old razor. Sometimes I use men's, sometimes I use women's. I just buy whatever packs cost me the least, to be honest. I'm a bit of cheapskate like that, but it is what it is. Save myself a few quid. So yeah, so I then go in with shaving. I will usually shave obviously with either just a body wash, or sometimes I will go in with a shaving foam, but it doesn't really make a difference. I do like to use something obviously on my skin. I don't go straight head on my skin just kind of when it's just wet. But yeah, I don't use any specific shaving foam or body rubber, oh my god, body wash. Good Lord in heaven. So yeah, so once I have then done that and I've shaved everywhere, I will then get out the shower and just obviously dry myself off. I then go ahead and apply the Soap and Glory Righteous Butter. This has been one of my favourites for years. I am obsessed with the smell. I think it smells absolutely lush, and I think it's great for, you know, places like the elbows and some on the knees and some around the ankles. But just always remember that once you have applied moisturiser, don't then go straight ahead in to start applying your fake tan, just because the fake tan can then sit inside the pores, which none of us want, because it's definitely not a good look. So yeah, so I do that. Then I will go in with the tan. I have two tans here to show you guys today. One is an ultra dark and one is a dark. So I don't buy tans in a shade medium. I find they're not dark enough for me, and I feel like I want to top them up every day just because they're not dark enough. So here I have, both bought from Superdrug, the Bondi Sands Ultra Dark and the Slate Mousse Dark Tan. You can find both of these products at Superdrug. Normally these are on like a 3 for 2 or buy one get one half price. These are not as expensive as the Bondi Sands, but I actually really do like these products. They have mousses, they have sprays, they have lotions, they have tinted moisturisers. They have quite a bit, and when you can get them on a sale as well, it's even better, because I think for a bottle like this it's something like £5.99. So these are actually a very, very good product, which I have just in the past few months started using. And then obviously the Bondi Sands is what everyone rants and raves about and is the best, blah blah blah. So the reason I'm showing you guys both of these, because the ultra dark one, do you know, like when your mum says to you, save it for best? This is my save it for best, because it ain't cheap. I know it's not as expensive as some, but it still ain't cheap compared to like a St. Moritz or your gal over here. So what I intend to do is, with the ultra dark, this is what I use if I know I'm going on a night out. So, you know, if obviously we can't at the minute due to the circumstances, but if he was to say like, oh hey girls, we're going out next week, we're going blah blah blah, like get an outfit, get ready, here we go, this is the one that I will go to. It gives a really, really deep dark tan, which, you know, we all love and we all want, and it means that I do actually get a bit longer out of this because I'm not using it 1 or 2 times a week, and you know, it just helps save on the money a little bit. So I do really, really like this tan. So this is one of my favourites, but this is a save for best tan. Okay. So the main tan I actually do use is this one. It's, as I said, it's called Soleil Mousse Dark Tan. You can actually get this in the ultra dark, but I have not tried it in that, which I really don't know why, but I do want to. So this for me is basically the Bondi Sands dark comparison. It gives off kind of like the same shade, the same tone. Obviously the smell's just a little bit different, but this is like its replica but cheaper. So this is one that I will apply, and then if say 4 or 5 days later I want a bit of a top up, I can do, because it's not going to cost me loads to replace, and it does give off a really nice glow tan. It's just sometimes us girls, you know, we want a bit more of a top up, so that is what I will go in with. But it's, as I said, I would definitely compare this to the Bondi Sands one. It's just a cheaper budget, but I do really, really like the colouring of this. So because I'm not going anywhere, I'm going to show you guys my tan routine with this one. So I apply this with gloves. These are so gross because I wore them the other day, so obviously there's like tan on them. I wear gloves, but then I also use a fake tan mitt. This is absolutely gross. Can't believe I've not even washed this before doing this video. But anyway, so this mitt is actually from the same range as the tan. As I said, sometimes they do 3 for 2, so you can buy like 2 of these and get a mitt free, because I think the mitts are about £2.99, £3.99, but it's a really thick, gorgeous velvet mitt. And I used to use them, do you know them really crappy ones that you used to get, which has got like sponge on one side and it's like a piece of, I don't even know what it was just like a piece of mesh on the other. It was just absolutely vile. But yeah, so this is definitely my new favourite applicator. I just wear a glove underneath just to make sure. I've never actually had a leak through with this glove, but you can never be too sure with it. So yeah, so this is the little combination that I'm going to be showing you guys today. The last thing I will show you, which I would recommend, is obviously going to be some old clothing. This is just a really, really old lounge suit. You know, like when all tiger print and leopard print and cheetah print was all in and everyone was wearing it. Yeah, I look so hot in this little bad boy right here. It even says spoil on the top. That's how old and chavvy it is. But I would definitely recommend just having a really like old top and a pair of old pants or an old lounge suit, just so that once you have applied it obviously majority of it is going to be on these clothes and not on bed sheets or not on the couch where you sat and things like that. So it always makes me laugh. My boyfriend always goes to me, oh, you can tell it's fake tan day when you've got that thing on. So yeah, so definitely would recommend having something like that as well. So I'm going to go straight ahead in with the tanning. So I'm going to go ahead and pop on one of my gloves. Gotta love a good glove blow up. Pop my hand in. Okay, so always shake your tan well before you put it on. I'm just going to show you guys how I do my top area, and then I will come on. No, I won't come on. I'm going to yeah, I'm just going to show you guys how I do my top area, just so that you can get a feel for how the tan looks. I will either sleep in this, or like today when I'm home all day, I'll just put it on in the morning, and then at night time, that is when I'll rinse it off before I go and get into bed. All these ones that say they've developed in about 2 hours, well, I'd leave them on for about 8 hours, so go figure. So I've shaken the tan up. I'm going to pop 2 pumps onto my mitts, and all I am going to do is just start brushing it up like so. And then as I get up, just nice big circular motions. I don't actually go fully on my hand just yet. I will do this later on. So, and then I do obviously go down and around the armpit, get into the back of the shoulder, just making sure it's all covered. So you can already see a difference, and this is just in the dark range. It actually probably is even a little bit more darker actually in person, but it's just because I've got the ring light on that it doesn't make it look as dark. So yeah, so once I've done that arm, I'm then going to show you guys how I do my chest. So I'm going to go ahead in, but I'm just going to take 1 pump now, and I'm just going to focus this on my neck, like so, getting really behind the ears and pulling it down the neck, like so. Making sure you get in between those collarbones, like that. And I do like to go down and around the back of my neck as well. Okay, so we're then going to do my chest again, 1 pump, and we're just going to start applying this. Obviously I wouldn't be doing it in a top, but for the purpose of YouTube and rated videos, this is how we're going to do it. Okay. So as you can see, there is already pretty much a colour difference. So I'm then going to go ahead and apply the second glove. And again, I'm going to do 2 pumps onto my glove. And I'm just going to start going in upwards motions. And then start doing circular as I get further up. So we're just going to go in between the straps. Like so. Okay, and then I will basically just repeat the same process going obviously down my body. I do absolutely everywhere. And I will probably stand there just for about a couple of minutes, like fanning myself just to try and get a bit more dry. And then I'm going to go on to my face. My face I get very, very pick and mixy about, just because I do have oily skin, so I obviously don't want it setting into any pores or anything like that. So I will take the littlest amount, and I mean little, and I will just tap this around my forehead and around the sides and blend that into the hairline like so. And then normally, because the glove is still going to be a little bit wet, I literally pat over my face. So you're not taking any more of the product, it's just the excess in what you have left on the glove, which goes on to the face, like so. You don't need to pull it, tug it or anything, just give your ears a little rub as well. You know how I feel about oddly coloured ears, and it's not good. Just making sure that everything is nice and blended like that, and it's just going to give you a really nice little colour, because don't forget, you are going to be washing this off, and I'm not going anywhere today, so no one is going to see me like this, so it is absolutely fine. So yes, so there is my face done. I'm then going to go in and do my hands. With my hands, all I do is kind of like using the same size little pea. I do these last just because I have the gloves on, so I don't want to tan my hands to then have to put gloves on it all to start rubbing off. So I'm just going to go in and apply this to the edges, going in between all the fingers. You know, we don't want no knuckles or anything like that being a different colour. Going all the way up the fingers and making sure it's covered on the wrist as well. And then again on the same, on the other hand, the tiniest little blob. I do have rings on, I really should have taken these off, but oh well. I'm just going to go in ahead and do the same thing, going in and around the fingers. And I'm just going to have to attempt to move these rings. They're not coming off. So we'll just go in between. We'll just go in between and pretend like I'm taking them off. So yeah, that is the basics of how I apply my tan. Sometimes I go in and I do 2 coats. Other times, like today, this is just to give me a little bit of a glow. I'll just leave it as the 1 layer. But yes, that is my fake tan routine done. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this on all day and wash it off just before bed tonight. And that is how I get my tan. So I really hope that this video helped you guys or gave you, you know, any ideas on some new products to try. But yes, thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like and please do subscribe. Any video requests, please leave down below. And yeah, I hope you all have a lovely week and I will speak to you all soon. Bye guys.